social media stuff. It's not my full-time job. I actually I do physical therapy. I work several days a week, and I work 12-hour shifts, which are very long. So on my days off, like today, I usually get 2 days off in a row, I very much have to strategically plan out my days because I only have a limited amount of time to not only take care of myself, work out, move my body, but also take care of my surroundings. So doing chores, going grocery shopping, catching up on my social media stuff, filming, editing, all of that stuff. So I definitely have to plan out how I schedule my time off. So part of that comes from just how do I motivate myself? How do I stay productive? How do I make things flow? On the days that I'm not working, I try to get up first thing in the morning. I prefer to do my workouts in the morning just so I can check it off my list, get it out of the way, and be done with it and not have to think about it. I've been loving these That's It bars. These are my favorite. I like the apple mango one. And then I drink a little bit of water, just have something in my body to go do my workout. Also, I'm gonna share with you what's in my gym bag. I'll pack my phone and my AirPods, of course, for music, podcast, whatever. I have been bringing my one large resistance band. I'm trying to be able to do a pull-up or a chin-up, whatever you want to call it. Just one. I want to be able to do one unassisted pull-up. It's a good way to practice. So I have this. Also my pull-up gloves as well. I also have my Kindle. I've been doing my 30-minute walks, my cardio, my end of session cool down by reading, and that time flies by. I'm all about music. I'm all about podcasts, but for some reason reading on my Kindle or just reading in general, that 30 minutes flies by. And also just some hand sanitizer because a lot of people don't wipe down equipment when they're done, and that's really inconsiderate. Don't be rude in the gym. Wipe down your stuff. You're not better than anybody. All right, I am about to leave, and today I am working upper body. But on that note, time to go to the gym. I swear the older that I'm getting, I just want my makeup to be done as quickly as possible. I swear I just did my makeup in 10 minutes or less. I said or less, ma'am. I just need to pick out an outfit really quick to wear to the store to run some errands. I always have errands to run. And when I say errands, I go to Target, I go to Trader Joe's, I go to Marshall's. I walk around, buy things I don't need, but I do need groceries actually. The fridge has become a little empty today, so I need to do a restock, and I'm gonna take you along with me. I've really enjoyed filming these vlog style videos for you guys. I think they're just a lot of fun, and I love to just kind of have my entire day laid out. It also keeps me accountable to stay productive and do things that I gotta do. As I was getting out of the shower and doing my makeup, it started to rain, and it's like almost 60 degrees outside, so I'm just gonna go for like a comfy sort of rainy day outfit. I'm just gonna wear an oversized zip-up hoodie. Not that I wear anything different than that all the time. Usually wearing some kind of hoodie, something like that. Every once in a blue moon I'll have a cute outfit, but the moon is not blue today. I still think it's so funny having such a short torso. Like, I have these pants kind of pulled down. If not, they would just look like this. And I would just like look like one singular black bodysuit. So fun. Like, my belly button is so high. Does anyone else? Is that like relatable? My belly button is so high on my body. I don't know. This is the vibe that we're going for today. Just a little zip up moment. Let's see if we can fix his hair a little bit. Well, it's not that bad actually. Well, it's okay. It's rainy and it's humid outside, and that's gonna take care of it anyways. Honestly, what was life like before dry shampoo? Every time I leave the house and say I have to run errands, this happens. I come back with 4 full bags of shit I probably don't need. And groceries, I told you that earlier, but why am I like this? But we're gonna do a little haul because I love sharing what I wasted my money on. Except I'm not really wasting it, truthfully, guys. I don't just buy stuff for show, for YouTube. I genuinely use all these things. I feel like that goes without saying, but I'm sure there are some influencer people on the internet that do buy stuff for show. Everything gets eaten around here, or used, or whatever. And can I just say, nothing brings me quite as much entertainment than when the cashiers at Trader Joe's blatantly flirt with you. They make it so obvious, you know? For example, I'm waiting in line, whatever, there's a lady in front of me. Homeboy comes out of nowhere, grabs my card, he's like, come with me. And I'm like, okay. I know it's not really flirty. He's like, literally come to my line. It wasn't like that. But as soon as I grab my little reusable bags, walk over to the front, he's like, so what's up? How are you? I'm like, good, how are you? He's like, what are you doing today? So I'm just like, oh, you know, just buying groceries on a rainy day. What about you? He's like, just selling groceries on a rainy day. And I'm like, cool. He's just, so where are you from? What do you like to do? What are your favorite places to eat around here? I'm always looking for the best things to have. What are you making for dinner? It looks like you bought salmon. I did buy salmon. He was just telling me so many things. I was trying to just comprehend the fact that someone was even talking to me. Introvert probs. I don't know if you work at Trader Joe's, if you are an employee or a former employee, I need to know what your training is like. Do they tell you to flirt with customers? Do they tell you to be spicy and I don't know. I just feel like every time I go, and I don't think it's just me, I'm not being like, I'm so pretty and cool, people flirt with me. It's not like that. I've seen threads on Reddit and Twitter and TikTok where people make jokes about the employees, does anyone else like realize that they flirt or they're flirty in their behavior? So I don't know. It might be a conspiracy, but I also think it's a real thing. I think they train you as an employee to be a little extra communicative so you come back. Who knows? That's just my theory. Let's start with Target. So I decided to get some of these everything pretzel crisp. I've just been craving some pretzels. I've also been making homemade hummus out the ass, so I need something different to dip them in. Wanted to try these Dave's Killer Bread bagels. Some Quest cookies, love these. Some peanut butter. I decided to just go for the natural kind. Sometimes you just want this instead of the one that you have to stir. And just a reminder, that's okay. Just because this has a little extra oil and sugar, it really is okay. In moderation, you're fine. Buffalo sauce. I got a couple cans of chickpeas because, again, I've been making hummus a lot and also have been roasting them and adding them into salads and things, as well as black beans for breakfast burritos and ground turkey bowls. The restaurant style Good and Gather salsa. Love it. Then for my second bag from Target, got some deli meats. I got a big old thing of Greek yogurt. I got some more of the Oikos yogurt, the kind that I like. I got strawberry today instead of the mixed berry. I got this Cool Whip. I think this is the light one, just for a little something sweet, you know? And for my 2 Trader Joe's bags, I got this whole bean coffee. I've just been using the whole beans and then I've been grinding them in actually a food processor instead of a coffee grinder, and it does the exact same and it looks like this. I do about a medium coarseness when I'm putting it in the food processor, and I've been using that for my cold brew and it's delicious and it's pretty cheap, so I like to use that. A red onion, some yellow squash, peppers. Wanted to try a Go macro bar. I've heard really good things about these. If you saw my Trader Joe's ultimate snack taste testing video, then you know I went buck wild for these. I had them for the first time. I was obsessed. Haven't had them since, so I decided to buy some because they're so stinking good. Also a white onion. It just kind of got lost in the bag. Romaine. I feel like I put it with every meal pretty much. Eggs because I was running low. I'm obsessed with blueberries right now. And then I just gotta want to take it out, but I got salmon, which I think I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. A little salmon something. This chicken sausage, I like the jalapeno one. And then underneath the salmon is just more ground turkey because I always freeze it, separate it, weigh it out, and then have it for later. Before I showed you my little haul, I sneakily put one of the Trader Joe's burritos in the microwave because I was craving one of these like crazy. If you haven't had their refrigerated burritos, you're missing out. They're so darn good. I got the pollo asado. Daphne. She's like, what the hell? Let me go. I wanted to share some tips and tricks and little tools that I use day to day pretty much to help me stay organized, on track, focused, things like that. There are a lot of influencers and content creators out there who this is their only job is to create content. And usually behind the scenes, they have managers, assistants, they have a big sort of production team, they have help, they have that ability to have their life together. So first and foremost, don't compare yourself to somebody else whose full-time job is just to create content, work from home. Not to diminish or belittle what they do in any way, but you working a 9 to 5 is going to be, it's going to look a little bit different than someone who works from home all the time. I was a huge procrastinator for a lot of my younger life, and I just, as I'm getting older, I'm just realizing there's just things that I have to do. When I don't feel like doing laundry, I don't feel like doing something, I sort of look at it as this is something that has to be done, so I might as well do it now. I don't know. There's more to it than that. I know it's not just that easy to be like, hey, I need to clean my room. I'm going to do that. I'm very aware of mental health struggles, of depression, things that don't make a lifestyle like this look easy or doable. So I see you and I hear you, and I'm not saying do all of these steps that I do and you can do anything you want and you'll never procrastinate again. This is in no way saying that you need to alter your life so it looks like mine. I'm not telling you to be more productive. I'm not saying that your time isn't valuable and you shouldn't waste it. All of those little disclaimers, because we're all going through different things. We don't need to compare ourselves to anybody on the internet. We don't need to do any of that. Keep this in mind too. I'm only filming my good days, my productive days. You're not seeing the days where I'm super unmotivated, laying in bed, not wanting to get up and do a workout. So don't feel bad. Social media is most recently has been about showing your best side, your most productive side. So take everything with a grain of salt, even my content, okay? With that being said, because I do work a full-time job in the world of physical therapy, and then I sort of consider myself to be a full-time person on the internet, sort of content creator. The word influencer makes me want to gag a little bit, so we'll just say I create content for the internet. I try to stay pretty up to date with just making content and trying to have like a good consistent schedule. I try to post YouTube videos every Wednesday. Sometimes I get a little sidetracked and I don't. But a lot of that adds up with time and just having to be efficient and productive. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these other influencers on the internet have big teams and managements and assistants. For now, for me, it's a solo show. I am my own editor, uploader, filmer, voiceover person, poster. I do everything. I am a sucker for a planner. I have been a planner freak since they used to give out free ones at my elementary school. Ours would have like the little holographic thing on the front. You could like scratch it and it would be like, you know what I'm talking about? And because I'm annoying and like quirky and whatever, I don't really love to have it as a digital copy. I'm sure at some point I'll make that transition, but for now, there's just something so satisfying about writing it just on an actual tangible planner. I just love to write things down. What I try to do is plan out in my planner what I'm potentially filming for the week, what I want to upload that week, any Instagram reels, Instagram posts, TikToks, anything that I want to create otherwise outside of YouTube. I try to just have a little like, because my calendar has the top goals of the week. I don't even know if you can do that. It's so bright, but I have a top goals section at the top of every week. So I'm able to just write down a couple goals that I have, or if I have deadlines to meet or phone calls I have to make or appointments or anything, I try to get those down first, and then I can just kind of sprinkle them into the week because I know that they have to be done. So transitioning away from my day-to-day schedule, my planner, the month as a whole, I have struggled probably in the past few years with just my healthy habits goals and how to be consistent and how to make time for those things. Because I'm really good at making time for work. I'm really good at making time for other people. I'm really good at making time for appointments and deadlines. But when it comes to healthy habits and things that are going to benefit me specifically. I'm a type 2 Enneagram. I'm the helper, so I love to do things for other people. And I've had to work a little bit on that to allow time for myself and some of my own healthy habits and things that I need to do for me in order to stay sane and then mentally and physically well, because there was a period of time where I was just completely neglecting my own healthy habits and my own good things for me, and it was a little bit self-destructive, and we're working on it. We're getting a lot better, and I want to share kind of what I like to use as a tool, I want to say, to help me stay well with myself. There's always a couple things in life I'm struggling with at one time, but consistency has always been a really hard one for me because I'm really good about eating well. I'm really good about working out. But if you ask me to do it for an extended period of time, that's where you're gonna lose me because I just lose that consistency. I don't know if it's like a motivational thing. I don't know if I just can't be attentive to the task. I don't know what it is. But when I have it laid out and I'm tracking my tasks and I'm tracking what I'm doing, it's extremely helpful. I decided that I would take just a plain old college ruled notebook. This is from Target. I think this was like 70 cents. And I started in January, but every month I've been tracking my goals and my habits. And it has been extremely eye-opening in the sense of, why am I not seeing progress in the gym? Why am I not feeling my best because of my eating habits? Why am I not fill in the blank, XYZ? And it's because when you track your habits and you look at it from a consistency perspective, no wonder I'm not hitting my goals. I made a vision board at the end of 2021. I made a video about it. You can check it out. And I actually have it up here. I did end up hanging it up and I look at it every single day. It has all my goals for 2022. But I talk a little bit about how to make goals that are realistic and sustainable because I think a lot of people, they quit their bad habits per se cold turkey. They throw in the towel for other things. Making goals that aren't realistic aren't going to be helpful for you. So just starting small is always a good idea. I have just 5 goals and I've drawn them in like a grid form here. My 5 goals are this, and they're extremely vague for a reason. Exercise, 7 to 10,000 steps, 2 to 3 liters of water, healthy habit, and nutrition. I used to make goals like 1 30-minute exercise. I will not eat sugar. I will drink 100 ounces of water. When you have goals like that, I learned the hard way. Maybe this is more common sense than you think, but I learned the hard way that that's exactly how you steer yourself away from achieving those goals. Because I would look at it like, if I don't hit 10,000 steps, well, I failed for the day because I only have 7,500 steps. When in reality, if you give yourself a range or you leave the goal very vague, you can still achieve the goal. So if I do a 10-minute workout, if I lifted weights in my apartment for 10 minutes, am I going to count that as exercise? Absolutely. My heart rate went up. I was moving my body. It's exercise. And that's exactly why I have that goal listed as just exercise. It's not a 30-minute workout. It's not an hour. It's not you have to sweat. It is literally just exercise, or I almost considered changing it to movement, but really exercise was fine. The goals can be interpreted in any way that you want depending on the day. It just helped me a whole lot to switch my mindset of goals to being so concrete and so specific to just being this more broad category of, did I move my body today? Well, congrats, that's a form of exercise. And then you check it off and you met your goal for the day. So I want to give you a little bit of an insight into my habit tracking little notebook here. I was going through it in February, if I'm going to be honest. So this is what my February looked like. Do you see all this empty space here? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with skipping workouts, not eating the best that day, not drinking all your water. I just like to set goals for myself because I feel like that helps me be the best person that I can be mentally and physically, because when I'm not meeting my goals, when I'm not doing what I need to be doing that I know is good for me, I usually feel like shit, to be totally honest with you. This is just a little bit of a look into my brain and how it works, but I wondered why I felt like crap for a lot of February. There was just like a lot of blankness here. And I was looking at it like, oh man, I really was not as consistent as I thought I was, because at the end of every night, I take a different color pencil. March is green, but I take a color pencil and I color in each block. Did I do all the things I set my mind to that month or not? And now I want to give you a little look onto March and to see how much more consistent I have been this month. But look at my March so far. Look how much more consistent I am and have been for the month of March. And I've been feeling amazing this month. And it's just proofs in the pudding. Like, I can just look at my little habit tracker and see how consistent I've been. And it makes me reflect on why I'm feeling so good and why things are going well, because I've been doing my dang habits. I've been doing my goals. I've been meeting my goals. But this almost motivates me to want to color in every block for that day. I don't know. It's just like a cool like mental game that makes me more productive, more motivated to meet my goals. I don't know, I love it. I am quite hungry, so I'm gonna make a little something for dinner. I think I want to do, because I tell you guys all the time how I always have food hyperfixations, I'm really on the salmon rice bowl kick. My only problem is I made this like last week. I think last week was the last time I had it. And I ate the last of my little Trader Joe's teriyaki seaweed snack. So I don't have any more seaweed to add to my bowl, sadly. This has genuinely been one of my favorite meals recently. I really wish I had this seaweed. It just gives it that nice little crunch. I think I have avocado in the fridge. And I know technically Emily and her TikToks, I know she doesn't use regular mayonnaise. She gets it like an Asian market or something. So forgive me for using plain old generic mayonnaise, but it does give it a little bit of flavor. So I do like that. And just a little bit of sriracha. So good. One of the first things that I like to do when I sort of jump on the computer to do a little bit of work for social media, a little bit of internet stuff, especially if it's an upload day for YouTube, I will go read some comments and reply to you guys. It always makes me really happy when people comment on my videos. I'm just like, wow, people actually watch me. Usually on my days off, I try to film an entire video if I can. If it's not something like a weekly or a monthly challenge, I usually can film it in one entire day. And then I usually try to spend the second half or the evening editing a video, whether it's the video I filmed that same day or like a video I had filmed previously or something. This is just like an all the time thing. I don't know if you guys, do you know of a snugglier cat? Because Stephanie is just so dang snuggly. I'm just a baby. She got this face. I'm just a baby. Also, she loves this. So I usually will jump on the computer and edit some of my reels, or I'll do like reels covers, and I'm always editing in Canva. This video is not sponsored, but Canva, if you ever want to sponsor me, bestie, I love you. Canva is elite. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've been editing pictures, videos, everything since I was 10 years old. I got my first point and shoot when I was somewhere between the ages of 10 and 13. My parents bought me a red Nikon Coolpix. I'm gonna hunt the internet and I'm gonna show a picture. I named it Ruby. It was my red little camera. I took it everywhere. I had a photography album on my Facebook, which I made an account way too young. I will share some photos. This is an exclusive Kayla Nelson photography circa day early 2000s. I also took this really sick shot of lightning one time, and that was taken with a point and shoot. And luck. That was not even a DSLR. That was not even a camera with a cool lens. I took that. Kind of crazy. But I would always go on Picnic or PicMonkey. Those were the websites where you could edit your pictures. And for, I think it was my 14th birthday, I begged my mom for the premium version, which I think was like $20 for the whole year or something, to get even all the bonus features. I was a simple gal, okay? I didn't want cool clothes. I didn't want fancy gifts. I wanted a premium Picnic subscription, and I got it. And then I had all of my friends, they would send me an email with a photo, and they would be like, can you edit this for me with your Picnic? And I was like, yeah, girl. Of course. So, moral of the story, editing for me is just, it's part of my DNA at this point, which is sort of the reason I kind of made YouTube and put myself out on the internet more, because I've always been on the internet. I was coding on MySpace. I had all those AIM profiles, all of those whatever. I've always been involved in the internet in some way. Tumblr, Twitters, I've been in the space for a long time, but I always kind of hid anonymously, and it wasn't until 2019 when I made this YouTube channel that I was like, I'm gonna show my face and show more of my life, and here we are. And now I'm leaving a digital footprint and you can't get rid of me, so it's fine. I'm also really excited because I've been working very slowly on a new project. It's super early in the process. Like, we've barely even stepped foot into the idea of it. And by we, I mean me. There is no team. It's just me. So I'm kind of doing a lot of my own research on how I want this to unfold and become a thing. So I'm working on a little something. Feel free to comment below if you want to take a guess at it. But that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. I love these vlog style videos. I love sharing with you my Miley Stewart, Hannah Montana life. This is my Hannah Montana life. This is my like internet persona sort of thing. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I love you guys the most, and I'll see you in the next video.